This is Godzilla's world.
Kong bows to no one.
Damn right.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back again. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the early movie reviews for Godzilla vs. Kong that just came out not too long ago. We have 9 more days until Godzilla vs. Kong releases in theaters and in HBO Max. Just a whole week and 2 more days to go. Oh my god, it's right around the corner. But let's go ahead and check out and see what these movie critics had to say about Godzilla vs. Kong. Alright, so this first one is by Ben Pearson. He says, Godzilla vs. Kong, way better than Godzilla, King of the Monsters. All of the human stuff is still bad, but the big monster action in this one should satisfy the people who are interested in a movie like this. Well, I'm not surprised. There's always something wrong with the human characters in a Godzilla movie. It just never works out. Oh well. This next one is by Eric Davis. He says, I've seen Godzilla vs. Kong, and it is grade A awesome. The monster brawls are badass and beautiful. Huge fights, all well designed and super gnarly. Solid story, strong cast, really good score. A true midnight monster movie, and my favorite of the 4 modern Godzilla/Kong movies. I think that's a pretty solid movie review right there. In other words, he's basically saying that this movie is the best one out of the whole entire Monsterverse so far. And it also seems to be that the cast is also a lot more better compared to the cast that we had for King of the Monsters. Eric Davis also does say that, I'm not crazy about the previous Godzilla movie. It's my least favorite of the 4. Story is confusing and you can't really see the fights. Completely different here. Dug the story and the fights are pretty awesome. Director Adam Wingard's Midnight Movie vibes are all over this. I never seen Midnight Movies, so if you guys have, then that's a big plus right there for you guys. The criticism for King of the Monsters, well, see for me, I was able to see the fights quite well, but I guess we all have different eyesight, so we're all going to say different things, but I didn't have an issue with it, but I am glad to know that in Godzilla vs. Kong, all the fights are pretty clear and visual. This next one is by Mike Reyes. He says, Godzilla vs. Kong is one hell of a ride. True, it feels like some stuff is missing and it flies by on a greased rail, but that's part of why I love it so much. In the shadow of the plot heavy King of the Monsters, the fights are epic, and Adam Wingard brings his style and color to the Monsterverse. So I guess what he's really trying to say here is that, you know, despite the movie's runtime being like an hour and 53 minutes, I believe, the story plot must be like another fast-paced kind of thing, kind of like how they did it with King of the Monsters and also with Skull Island. So maybe some things kind of felt rushed throughout the movie that we kind of wish we had more, you know, touch with. But Adam Wingard bringing his style and color to the Monsterverse, oh yeah, we can definitely see that throughout all the footage, all the clips, all the TV spots we've had so far. The CGI is just so gorgeous, and just seeing everything in the daytime and at nighttime as well, beautiful, man. This next one is by Perry Nemiroff. Hopefully I said that last name right. If I didn't, my bad. But she says, as expected, and probably as it should be, the tie-in fights are the best parts of Godzilla vs. Kong. Adam Wingard definitely has the eye to make the most of those moments. Still, don't think they've nailed how to incorporate human characters, but the top-notch ensemble helps. So it sounds to me like the monster fights are straight up perfect. They're the best parts of the whole film. But just when it comes to the humans, there's always some weird shit going on, and it's always an issue and problematic and so confusing, and we just gotta kind of bear with it. But I'm sure that there are some characters in this film that are also top-notch that help emphasize, you know, for the human characters. This one is by Mike Ryan, and he says, I absolutely hated the prior Godzilla movie, King of the Monsters basically. So here's the utmost praise I can give a movie like Godzilla vs. Kong. It is a coherent movie with daytime fights, and I could always see what was going on. I truly mean that as a compliment. So this guy was not a big fan of King of the Monsters, but pretty much, just like he just said, in Godzilla vs. Kong, you can see everything a lot more clear and obvious now, so no problem. This is by Shannon McGrew, and she says, Godzilla vs. Kong is a visual spectacle featuring jaw-dropping fight scenes between the 2 iconic titans. Wingard's directing style is on full display in a colorful and breathtaking fashion that also harkens back to the 80s style kaiju. Needless to say, this film is a blast. Another solid movie review. In other words, it's just A1 material. Go watch it. This next one is by John Nguyen, and he says, Godzilla vs. Kong is breathtaking, out of this world, and easily the best in the series. The heart of the story is Kong, and the human story complements the monster's adventures, allowing them to shine. Just seeing the two iconic monsters battling each other is worth it alone. And I believe that because they did say that part of the movie's point of view, it will focus a lot more on Kong this time around. And with Gia having a strong connection with Kong, you know, there's definitely going to be some moments in this film where it starts to become emotional and you just feel it in your heart. I'm not ready for that. And last but not least, our very last movie critic is by Ricky Valero. He says, Godzilla vs. Kong is the movie we've all been waiting for. 3 rounds of these 2 titans going head to head. It is an action-packed film that demands to be seen on the biggest screen. And I do believe it because even Adam Wingard himself too, he did say, I really do recommend watching Godzilla vs. Kong on the biggest screen possible in theaters. And sadly, this was actually said before this COVID shit started, but hey, either way, at least it's still coming out, right? Unfortunately, I don't have any theaters around me that are playing this in IMAX, but I will see this on a standard screen, so I'm pretty grateful for that. But yeah, guys, that is all that these movie critics had to say so far about Godzilla vs. Kong. And to summarize one more time what they all basically just said about this film is that the monster fight scenes for Godzilla vs. Kong are just amazing spectacle, clearly visual to the audience. The human characters in this film still have some little bit of issues with the human plot. The daytime and the nighttime shots are just beautiful. And for the most part, Adam Wingard just brings his style and color to the MonsterVerse film, making it the best one in the whole entire series yet. And hearing all these movie reviews for Godzilla vs. Kong, it makes me more pumped up to go see it in theaters. And I'm not the type that just believes what the critics have got to say. Like, I want to go and see it myself. So it's like, even if it's good or still bad, I still want to see it myself. And I always had faith that Godzilla vs. Kong was for sure gonna be the best one in the MonsterVerse. So 9 more days from now, I'm gonna find out myself how good this movie really is. Thank you guys for watching this video. And if you guys are new to this channel, please smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell. And I will see you guys the next time. Peace.